Good morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Thursday, 13th of March. In this update, the waiting game continues for Scott Watson and his bid for parole. Watson was sentenced to life with a 17-year non-parole period for the killing of Olivia Hope and Ben Smart in 1998. Their bodies have never been found, and Watson continues to deny the murders. Emily Ansell has more.
4 psychologists spoke at his 6th parole board appearance yesterday. 2 say Watson is unfit for release due to his violent and vengeful nature, 1 citing a faeces-throwing incident. 2 other experts say his release could be safely managed, 1 adding his behaviour may be a prison survival mentality. A decision is expected before April.
Also waiting is Labour MP Pene Henare, who's apologised for part of his behaviour in Parliament but is standing by other parts of it. He's appeared in front of Parliament's Privileges Committee for performing a haka in the House in opposition to David Seymour's Treaty Principles Bill. Henare says he's sorry for leaving his seat as it was a clear breach of the rules, but he won't apologise for the haka itself and would do it again. A ruling from the committee is forthcoming. The minister in charge of today's Infrastructure Investment Summit is confident New Zealand has the goods to attract billions of dollars worth of offshore capital. Representatives of companies from all over the world will be in Auckland today, hoping to find a new home for their investment capital. And Infrastructure Minister Chris Bishop is confident they'll find New Zealand a great place to invest.
When you think about everything that's going on in the world, New Zealand's looking pretty good. We're stable, we've got the rule of law, we've got property rights, we've got enormous natural resources, and we've got a government that wants to go for growth.
And Winston Peters is being urged to stand up for New Zealand's values as he heads to the United States. The Foreign Minister will be travelling to New York and Washington, D.C. to meet with Secretary of State Marco Rubio and senior UN representatives. Otago University Professor of International Relations Robert Patman says he expects Peters to consolidate on points that we agree with and speak up about those we don't. White House officials are heading to Moscow to lay out a Ukraine-backed proposal for a 30-day ceasefire. Marco Rubio expects the issue of European sanctions and frozen assets to come up. Public trust and confidence in New Zealand police are recovering. The latest crime and victim survey shows it's risen to 69%. That's a 2% rise in the year to October 2024. More than 80% of Kiwis believe officers conduct themselves professionally. Former police negotiator Lance Burdett told Andrew Dickens it's good news and follows changes to the organisation's leadership.
Commissioner Richard Chambers, he is a frontline officer who has lots of experience in operations, and he's putting that to the fore, right? So he's made some changes at the top. That's going to flow on down to the police themselves.
And in sport, Parramatta 5/8 Dylan Brown has admitted the offer of a $14 million deal over 10 years was hard to ignore in his decision to sign with Newcastle in League's NRL from next season. Costa Barbarouses claims the despair of missing out of the All Whites 2010 World Cup campaign is the driver behind his bid to appear at the 2026 edition. Golfer Rory McIlroy expects Tiger Woods to miss the entire season after suffering a ruptured left Achilles tendon while preparing to play next month's Masters. I'm Neva Manu. That's your latest news fix, and we'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.